Hey, what is up, YouTube fam? What's cracking? You know the drill. It's your boy Tyler Nolan. Welcome to Riders Ranch. We got Garrett over here. Remember I told you I fired my landscaper because I got that electric lawnmower thingy? I didn't fire him. He's here. He's taking care of the property. The property's looking real good. Hey, see that big dog right there? That's my horse. That's the horse Rex. He's the guard dog over here now. Yeah, check it out, guys. Property is looking good, but we got a problem over here. So we got all sorts of things going on over here. Lawn guys were just here, pest control people were just here, and the alligators a couple days ago have finally destroyed the plumbing of the freaking pump. So the pump that controls the waterfall, they just completely destroyed. Not completely destroyed, but they disconnected it and it looks like crap. I'll show you right now. So first thing we gotta do today is take care of this alligator pond because the gators have disconnected that pipe. You see that right there? So that is so we got the well outlet right there. The further one is the intake for the filter. I think one of the gators like kind of probably went underneath that PVC pipe and got stuck and then kind of freaked out and then shook the whole thing off. So that's what we gotta fix right now before we go do anything today, all right? So you guys need to behave while I fix this. All right, so what I'm gonna do, see we got this rubber grommet right here. So I think one of the alligators went underneath here and then like kind of got stuck and then they kind of like freaked out, pulled this whole thing off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this rubber grommet off right now. We're gonna cement this so that way it's super secure and they can't pull it off. And then eventually, what we might have to do, we might have to take some small rocks and cement a bunch of small rocks on the outside of this PVC pipe so that way it's not an issue again in the future. Because literally, this is what I have to do. If something happens, I have to drain the pond like this for a few days. Thankfully, the water level goes down a decent bit, but we have to drain the pond so that way I can get to this. Otherwise, we'll be underwater and I can't do nothing to it. Could you relax, Todd? Let's clean this off. There we go. That should be good. Todd, get out of here, dude. Get out of here, dude. Trying to take care of your freaking enclosure, bro, so you got your waterfall again, you ungrateful brat. Primer on here, like that, so it's nice and dry. Get all that moisture off of it. Gotta watch out for the gators so they don't pop up out of nowhere and grab my hand while I'm doing this, especially Todd. He just thinks he's getting food all the freaking time. So there's 5 alligators in here. I see 4. We got Todd right here. We got Princess. We got Bud. That's the wild caught one. And then Corona is in here somewhere too. It's getting a little harder now that the colors are changing and they're in a more natural pond. It's getting a little bit more difficult to tell them all apart. Thank God Todd is a gentleman and he's easy to tell apart. I love that freaking alligator. After the convention that we just did, how well he behaved. He was so good. All right, let's go down here. Put some cement on this bad boy. Ew, why is it this color? Has it always been that color?
All-purpose cement is not just for PVC.
Oh, weird. It's like a milky color. I'm not used to that. Normally it's clear. What the hell? Put a good bit of that cement on there. A bit on here. Get a little bit more. Here we go. There we go. Nice. This should hold it really well though. Get a coupling on it like that. This one on here like that. All right, cool. Let it dry. We're already filling back up the pond. So this is the inlet for the well, or the outlet for the well. And you can see, I mean, it's gonna take a minute to flow, but hopefully by the end of the day, this will be nice and full again. I'm gonna fill the pond up completely and then we're gonna turn the waterfall back on because that's the filtration system over there. You see that? So that'll help it clean up a little bit. So, all right, gators are taken care of. On to the next thing. Rocket, come on, dude. Let's show everybody how big you are. Look at this chunky boy, dude. You are a chunky man. You have to clean your cage, dude. Your habitat, your enclosure, whatever you want to call it, your home. It needs to be clean, sir. So go play with the dogs. Have fun with Charlie, okay? You guys can wrestle and play. Where are your wieners? Where are your wiener friends, huh? Look how big he is, guys. Like, he's getting gigantic. All right, so we're gonna clean out Rocket's enclosure. We got it's actually not too bad. He normally poops on that platform. He hasn't been pooping on it much lately. He's got a new spot, which isn't in here either. This isn't too bad. But we gotta change out the bedding in here. We like to do that, you know, once every week or so. It doesn't really get too bad in there. He doesn't really poop too often. But he does. Then we're just gonna situate this a little bit, give him new water, clean all that stuff. And then we gotta look at him. Oh my God, are you guys friends? Oh, you're so cute. Are you guys friends now? Wow. You like each other? He was just like kissing him. Look at that raccoon love. Rex, what's he doing? What is that? That's a weird looking dog, dude. Rocket, you're chunky, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing over here, man? Look, guys, I cleaned my garage. Look how nice that looks. What the heck is going on over here, man? You guys are wild. What are you doing in here? Please don't climb stuff and knock everything over, okay? I just somewhat cleaned the garage. It's very, I know this doesn't look organized right now, but it is, okay? Sir, don't destroy it, please. Before we get started with the tortoises, they really need baths. So, it's been really muddy and gross over here. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna give our tortoises some nice soak and scrub and get them nice and freshly cleaned. And their little brooder that's over here, we're gonna get that cleaned out also because they've just made an absolute mess over this last couple weeks with it. So we're gonna get them nice and soaked down, get them super clean, give them a nice little scrub. So we got them soaking. Look how dirty that water is. There's so much food and crap on them. Gotta get you guys nice and clean. We gotta scrub you guys too. This is that big male redfoot tortoise that I got at the Scales Expo too, because we had a little mishap with the last one that we had. I don't really want to talk about right now. Long story short, don't let your friends borrow animals for birthday parties.
You mean friends of friends?
Friends of friends. Yeah, not great. But anyways, we're back in business. All right, let's get this. We're gonna get this pressure cleaned out. And then they'll be nice and situated for the time being so we can finish working on this pit. Look how big Chevy is, dude. My little tiny man who's now getting freaking gigantic. Got a nice bath today. Nice and clean. Once I put them back in their main enclosure, I like to take castor oil. We'll put a bunch of castor oil on them. That way they're nice and shiny. Oh yeah, dude, he's heavy. Holy crap. All right, so now we got this thing nice and cleaned out. Got some nice fresh mulch. Dude, look how big he is. It's crazy. Yeah, once he's back in his main enclosure, dude, they're already growing like weeds. They grow crazy fast. One of the fastest growing tortoises in the world. They're only, what, 6 years old? When I got them, they were this big. And this is Harriet. Harriet is named after my grandma, and Harriet is also the name of Charles Darwin's tortoise that he went and that they were studying on the Galapagos Islands, not Aldabras obviously, but Galapagos tortoises. Same but different. Galapagos tortoises have more of like a wide face and not so pointy of a nose. They have more like a pig nose and like an ET looking face. And then the Aldabras have that cute little pointed face and they have more of a beak for a mouth. Dude, they're so freaking cool. I love my Aldabras. We got the Redfoots. This guy, he's a nice big male. Similar to that male that we had. Look how nice and red he is. He's a super pretty male. I don't know how old he is, but he's definitely the same size as the last one. He's not as pretty as the last one that I had, but he's still pretty handsome. And then we got the two females. These guys are real pretty. I want to get some cherry heads eventually. Keep them all in the same area. Just maybe another pair of cherry heads. I'm not really trying to breed a whole bunch, but if these guys breed and lay me some eggs, I wouldn't mind having baby tortoises. Just for, honestly, for my daughter. My daughter loves baby tortoises, so just hatching them out here, even if we, you know, resell them to other people and share our Redfoots with other families, you know, it'll still be really cool for Ryder to hatch out tortoises. She loves them. So check it out. This is what we're gonna do for the gate. Obviously, last video, a couple videos ago, Brandon had a great idea. We need to put a gate on the Aldabra enclosure because they're gonna get gigantic and it's gonna be really hard to pick them up and put them over the rocks. So we're gonna have a gate, that way we can bring a wheelbarrow in, put them in a wheelbarrow them out a lot easier. So we got this nice and flush, perfectly straight. We got a little footer right on the bottom. I might add one more. I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna see how this looks. I might add another little 2x4 down there just so it's a little bit higher, and that way we got plenty of ground clearance. So we're gonna go ahead. We got some concrete poured on these posts. We're gonna water down the Quikrete, fill this all back in, and then on to the next project. We got so many things still to do. Otis, how you doing, bud? You hanging out, dude? Helping us out? So Brandon is putting some new water bowls in these enclosures. We got these guys from Tractor Supply, so that way they just have a bigger water bowl to go in. And then we got to catch them up soon because I want to fill up the whole back of these hide boxes with great stuff so that way they can't hide behind there because they like to hide. Augie, hey bud, you see? He goes behind the hide box sometimes. I know he's on top of it right now, but I don't want them to be able to hide. That way when it starts getting cold out, they go into their warm boxes, not behind there. And then they don't freaking freeze to death. We got to fix this thing up. Big X broke that part. We're gonna take this big brooder out eventually. I got a bunch of plants and stuff we're gonna put in here. We got more hides and all that stuff to put in the monitor enclosures. And then I'm talking back and forth with Universal Rock right now, and hopefully they send out everything here soon. Then we're gonna use Universal Rock for the gator pond. We're gonna cover the waterfall with that. Make it look real good. I can't wait to have some Universal Rock here. They have these really cool hide boxes too that are like for arboreal animals that go up in the enclosures. So that way the croc monitors can hide up But right now, we're gonna start working on the aviary. So what we gotta do is I got the tools over here. These cages are modular. So we gotta go in here. We gotta loosen up all these brackets. We're gonna take out these middle parts. So these middle sections right here, we're gonna get rid of. We're gonna take these out. We're gonna fix the roof. And then we're gonna create one big cage out of the 2 cages. So instead of having the 4 aviaries right here, it's just gonna be 2. One 8x16 and then another 8x16 here. And then now they're like 9.5 feet tall. So the birds are gonna have so much more area. And then everything is gonna be painted black. And once it's painted black, put a metal roof on the whole thing. We're gonna have heaters on each cage, fans for the summer, misters, literally everything. We're running electricity also, which is what we got to fill in here too. So Rocket's gonna have electricity on his cage. We're gonna have a water spigot in between this whole area right here. And then this whole area right here, look what we did. So this, the white PVC is a water line. The gray PVC is the electricity. I dug this big old trench right here. Marty came here the other day, put a new fuse box right there. We're putting a whole new fuse panel right here. So we're gonna have a big fuse panel with plenty of fuses to run all sorts of electricity that way. And then eventually, when we do stuff over here, we'll have electricity here too. A lot of work, guys. A lot of work. But once everything is done, everything's gonna have electricity and water, and it's gonna make life so much easier maintaining the enclosures and just way more streamlined. All right, so these aren't supposed to be 2 to 1 cage, you know? So they have these brackets up top on the roof that we're gonna have to cut off so that way we can overlap them. Right now, obviously a bracket can't go on top of a bracket. So we gotta take one side off and then it'll be modular enough to put the 2 together. But look, now that we got the middle out, look how much freaking room is in there now for the birds. We're gonna sink some posts in the middle and then do all the branches off of that. Everything's gonna be obviously cleaned up and painted and look all good. We're in the bare, this is like the rough draft right now. We're sketching, all right? It's not the final drawing. But check it out. So now we have 1 cage and the other cage, 2 cages. Took the middles out, we got everything connected. So I guess I did the calculations wrong, because I've never done this before, obviously. So we have a bigger gap than I thought up here. So this has a decent sized gap in the roof. This fits perfect. But what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna take some, I'm gonna get some tubing, probably gonna weld a frame on the top on both areas, and then we're gonna use the bull panel, because everything's gonna be painted black, so we're just gonna use some bull panel, which I have plenty of extras. Put bull panel on there, welded together, so that way everything is super secure and made out of metal, so that way the macaws cannot eat their way out of the cages. If you make them out of wood, they'll just eat right through it. They'll destroy the cage and then they'll be flying in your neighborhood. But now we're gonna go grab a nice piece of wood that I got for Big X, put that in his enclosure too. All right, so this I want to put up here. Love this piece of wood. It's freaking awesome. Really good batting spot. We're gonna have to figure out how to secure it though. Put a couple of drywall screws in there. Have it nice and secure. That'll be sweet. That way he can hide in it. He can lay on top of it. He has this another hiding spot. And then we're gonna plant a bunch of stuff in here and try to like make it as like arboreal as possible. I want lots of branches and stuff. And that's it. We are finished. We got a lot done. It's about to pour. I still got a bunch of computer stuff and booking and emails and all that stuff to take care of. With that said, you guys want to book a tour, get tattooed. It's better to get tattooed to book a tour right now. Those are the main people seeing the property right now, are the people that are coming and getting tattooed. The tour booking stuff, I have everybody I'm putting everybody on a waiting list. I'm going to get back to you guys as soon as possible. We're just not exactly quite yet there. We're real close. By the end of the year. Next year is full force. I'm stoked. So come get tattooed. I maybe have 2 more appointments before the year is over that are still available. So send me an email, snag one of them before I'm booking for 2026. All right? Love you guys. Appreciate it. God bless. See you later.